Hey everybody, it's Julie. I'm working on my Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge from Paper Terrace. I have laid out some strips because we're getting down to having just pieces of things left. And so combining my two challenges together. So I want to do Jessica's. I'm doing the Dear Julie Julie March Make a Kit, Make a Journal, Junk Journal Challenge. And so I need ruffles. I need 3 ruffles that are 17 inches long. So I have cut and some of these I didn't have to cut. They are just from my scraps. So I have some of the tissue paper in the green and the striped. I have some lace, I have some napkins, and I have the tea bags. Okay, so remember at the very end, I took what was left in that box of tea bags that I had, and I put them in a bowl, and these are some of the tea bags that I had. I also have taken from the scraps, and I've cut some pieces or ripped some pieces, and these will be the under pieces. So what I do when I'm making just ruffles is I like to go ahead and put them onto another piece. So I'm going to go ahead and ruffle this on here. Now I can do this with glue. I'm going to pull out the fabric tack because it'll dry quickly. Okay, so we'll go ahead. I have some napkin here. I have some little round goodies. These are from the insides of some ribbon, and I'm looking at making a holder for the daubers that I'm using. So that's what those are. So if you see those falling down, that's what's going on there. So I need 17 inches of these. So I've ripped or cut my papers, the under paper, to be between 8 and 8.5 inches, depending on which ones they were. And that was just because of the size they were. So I can go ahead and ruffle from the center or closer to the side. And there I've just lightly ruffled. I don't need a big ruffle, I don't think. So there. And so I can just go ahead and go on down and do the same thing all the way down this piece. Okay. And so this is going to give me a ruffle that I can use on the things that I have left to make, as well as the edge of my journal, because I do want to do some ruffles on the edge, and I want to use the things that I'm using in my journal. So just going along and yeah, we'll pull that up. Okay, so, and I'm just doing the squishy ruffle here. Okay, squishy ruffle. And I'll need to add another piece to my piece here so that it's long enough, because remember, I need 17 inches of each one for the challenge. Okay, so this is going to be the ruffles for my Paper Terrace journal. And so I will be doing the same thing, and these ones can be for either, as well as the tea bag ones. And so there's one. I'll need to make another one. Let's see how big this paper is. So this one was it was 8 inches. I'm going to add a little bit to each edge because I need it to be an inch longer. Okay. what if we come over and I have some more pieces. Okay. So I can do 2 8.5 inches. I can do 3 that are another size, you know, whatever. But you can go ahead and add on just like that. Okay, so and if your fingers are a little bit, they're not dry, you'll be able to pull it. Okay, so now I'm measuring 10. Oh, now I'm almost 10 inches. So that's perfect. Okay, so I'll need another one that's like 7 or 8 inches. And so I can grab this one. I know this one's an 8-inch one. And I can make another ruffle out of that. And that will count as one of them. Okay, so I'm going to measure this one this time. Okay, so this one is like 8 3/4. So no matter what, I'm going to be good on this one. I like to use the Fabri-Tac because of its gel. It also it wrinkles up better than the other. Okay, so here we're doing it with our tea bag. Okay, and I like to use my ruffles, like I said, on the edges, but I also have taken one of these types of ruffles. I've used them for the base of a snippet. I've used it for belly band. I've used it across a pocket. But I did make the size 17 inches, 2 17-inch ones is enough to edge 2 of your pages for your 9x6 journal. And that's because that's the size of journal that we're making for our March challenge at Dear Julie Julie. So now remember, with your Dear Julie Julie challenge, you there's prizes. So when you finish, you have until March 31st. The details video for that challenge is in the description box down below. And so, but you've seen me make several of what I need for that challenge here in the, also I made them for the Dollar Tree challenge. So I'll be making another one of those. And again, this can end up, we can come back in and put little snippets of things on here and, you know, fill it with snippets of things, maybe some ribbon, maybe a heart from the tea bag, the actual tea bag thing, maybe some, jeez, can't pick it up, the flowers from the thing, but that's another thing that you can do on these. Okay, flower goes over here, tea bag stuff goes up here, and our messy string goes up there. So that shows you doing it for that one. And then let's see, measure again. We are perfectly 8.5. So what I did, because I don't need the whole piece, but what I want to do is I want to make this so that it can be in my pile, but when I go to add it to the journal, I'll be paper to paper. Okay, so that's where this came from. I first showed this in a video, I believe. Well, I did it in my first Dollar Tree video, but I also did it in the I'm going to do lace now. Okay. And I don't need it to be super fluffy. Okay. But I also did it in the Spring Blossom Junk Journal series. That's a series where we made 3 journals out of a kit that I had put together from way back in the day. There's a digital kit and there was a physical kit. It's something I am going to be doing again. I have 2 full physical kits that I'll be doing full series here very soon. One is a peach theme, and we're going to be doing that. My sister's birthday is in April, and we're going to be doing that in honor of her birthday. Okay, so this is probably going to want to be sewn also. It's sticking to my shirt. Okay, so we're just... Okay, so this is my ribbon. Remember, I chose... Oh, we don't want to do that. I chose the ribbon that was on the burlap. Okay. Or the lace that was on the burlap. Okay. Okay, so then I can come down and cut this. So there's my 3 different kinds. And so then I can also do this on my sew machine. And what I do on my sew machine is I'll go ahead and put my paper down, or my bottom paper down, and then I'll grab my top paper, okay, and I'll put it on, and then put my presser foot down, and then as it's feeding through the sew machine, I'll go ahead and things sticking to my shirt. I will go ahead and do like a pleat ruffle. Okay, so when I'm doing it on the sew machine, I'm like sewing and I'm pleating as I'm sewing, and I'll have a ruffle like that. Okay, and then for the tissue, which is I'll be doing the tissue one and the tea bag for my for the March challenge, for the Dear Julie Julie challenge. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put that down. Okay. And again, and then I'm going to show you something else that I do to these sometimes that just makes them work really well with the colors and everything. So I showed you that I could do it as a snippet. I could add it onto another paper, or even like a thicker piece of tissue or whatever, and to make it a larger piece. Wow. Guess I need to get into my next bottle. We don't want to be waiting all the time for that. I don't anyway. Okay. Okay, so your ruffles just need to be ruffly. They do not need to be crazy ruffly. You know, that's going to be up to you. And these lighter ruffled pieces, what's really cool with these is then you can come in. Now I have, the way these tea bags were, I ended up with a bunch of pieces off of the tea bags. Okay, so a bunch of pieces. So I might go ahead and for the other one, add like some of the green. you know, and just make it so that it has like a little collaged edge to the edge. But that's one of the things that I will sometimes do. I'll show you. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this all ruffly. Okay, so we have one done. So I'll be doing another one of each of these and having them ready. And so we have, I've shown you tissue, I've shown you lace, I've shown you napkin, and tea bag. And so these are ready. Now you can go ahead and stitch on here and then put that in your journal. So if your journal is already put together and you didn't stitch your ruffles and things in, you can do a paper back, so that you're gluing paper to paper, and you can actually stitch right on top of here. Now another thing that you can do is, you know, if you wanted to add like a piece, I thought I had a thin piece of, yeah, here's a tiny piece, but if you wanted to add just like a tiny piece of the fabric somewhere along on there, you could do that. Could, you know, do your messy string. Okay, so you can do like a little cluster on the edge here. Maybe take this tea bag, do a little cluster with this. Okay, because that's part of what I'm using. That's okay. Stitch it on, staple it on, however you want to do it, but it's still ready. Okay, so that's our ready ruffle. And we do need to do our 3 things to our ruffles, and for the ones for the challenge, the March challenge. And we need to add a Dear Julie Julie digital to it. Now, most of the digitals will have some small things that you can add. Okay, so this is what I'm going to probably add, just like that, for the Paper Terrace Dollar Tree challenge. But the March Dear Julie Julie challenge, because I'm doing both, and I would just go ahead and I would just do Jessica's, but it's unfair to our new people that are doing the Dear Julie Julie challenge if I don't go ahead and start showing them some of the things that we're going to do. Okay, so we could add some ribbon. There's my Dear Julie Julie digital. I could add my digital to the tea bag thing, and it could hang. And it can be any Dear Julie Julie digital. Okay, so you could add a tab. Okay, so this could add a tab into, have that all going on. And so maybe you have a tab and you put a tab on both of the ones that are like this. So remember, you need 3 different ones, 17 inches of each. So I'm going to need 2 of each of these. And then also going to need a couple more for my challenge. And then for the Paper Terrace one, I can use whatever I want. Okay. But I definitely will be using the napkin one. Okay. So that gives you an idea. And I don't know, so there's that one. This one's getting pretty full. It's getting pretty full. We've got a tea bag edge here. Okay, so this eventually could get added in here onto a page. Okay, so I would have another tea bag edge made out of the tea bag, and there we've got a tab. Okay, and I think I would probably use this one in here, like I said, and it can go on another page. Let's put this one on here. Okay, put this one on here, because the placement, I would put it so that you can see it. Okay, and then do I want to do lace as my other one? Ooh, I like that. And if I don't want the lace to be white, I could go ahead and distress it with my ink. And so that is a possibility, kind of. Okay, so if that went on there, and again, using my sewing machine and getting some stitching on here so that it's not just going down just plain, I would probably do that. Okay, could go ahead and cut a piece of the lace and put a small piece of lace down the center of this. I mean, all those different things. But remember, for the Dear Julie Julie challenge, you need to add 3 things and a 3 embellishments or enhancements and a Dear Julie Julie digital. Okay, so your enhancements can be ink, stitching, staples, thread. You can add lace. You can add, you know, another, like I talked about with, you know, bringing a flower in. We can add a flower, maybe a flower, because you can do like a little cluster on your ruffle, or you can add more things to your whole ruffle. Okay, so like this could go on here and be stitched on, and maybe you have the small, do I have a small piece? I just opened my next, because remember I'm making 2, so I just opened this and I've got to go through and cut some lace out of it. But you can add your stickers, any of the things that you have that are part of your kit. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to need 2 of them, and I'm going to need to have them decorated. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, I'm hungry. I'm going to go grab something to eat real quick, and I will go ahead and do this video really quickly. So I ended up adding my card from the Dollar Tree into this. Okay, so I have 2 hidden journaling cards. Now I only need to use 1 in my actual final journal, but okay, so this one for sure can go into my Dollar Tree journal. Okay, so Dollar Tree journal, and it can go ahead and it's going to get a napkin ruffle. Okay, it will get it on a couple places where I think I need some ruffle. I do like for it to come and stick out the edge, so that might be a good edge to have it on. Okay, this white one might be a good one, actually. Okay, and I'm at least going to want 1 more, because we did do the ruffle along here. with the tea bag. So I'm going to probably want one more on the edge. But you can see that we are getting an edge happening to the Dollar Tree journal as well. So that can go in there. And so, yeah, so for the Dollar Tree one, I'm going to consider that taken care of. And I just need to make another one of those. And then for the other one, we already have a ruffle happening here on this, if it's long enough. It was long enough on the other one. Is it long enough here? So if I add some napkin up here, that edge, that ruffle edge, will be long enough. Make sure I have other things happening on this page. Okay. So 3 enhancements or embellishments and a Dear Julie Julie digital added to your 3 different ruffles. And so I will be doing those. And so watch. We'll be doing those real fast. Okay, so these are the 3 ruffles that I have. These are going to be for my March Dear Julie Julie, the Make a Kit, Make a Journal, Junk Journal Challenge. And so I've already gone ahead and I have an idea of what I'm going to do. So you're going to see I'm using the burlap ribbon with the lace, and I've already taken the piece of lace off. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to my tea bag. Okay, so to my tea bag journal ruffle, tea bag ruffle, I'm going to add this piece. It's half of the piece of lace. I used the other half on the one I already made. I made those while I was watching the premiere this morning. And so, yeah, that was fun. So many people in there today. Exciting as we are making plans for our get-together. And those that are making their plans to hopefully come to the next time or the next one that we might get to do. And so that is so exciting. Okay, so I need my ribbon. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut a piece of this, and I'm going to cut it at an angle on the bottom and an angle on the top. Okay. So remember, I need to add 3 things and a Dear Julie Julie digital to these. Now today, I'm going to at least get the 3 things added. The Dear Julie Julie digital, I'm going to probably want to do that when I put them into the, where they're going to go in the journal, okay? Because I don't want to, so I will... On a couple of them, I'll just add something. Okay, so I'm letting these stick off the edge. But so far, I've added ribbon. I've added lace. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some of the string. And I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a... I want to find a piece of the string that there we go, that I can use to help close it, kind of make it look like a bow. Okay, and then on the other one I put, let's see, let's turn it this way so my things are up. I'm going to go ahead and put the other one, I put it up here, so on this one I'm going to put it down low. And then I have a house from Tiny Houses that I have just, right now it's just paper clipped on, because I will go ahead and I will add the wax to the, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down like this. Okay, so I'll bring the other one in so you can see. So on the other one, I've attached the house. Okay, but right now it's just holding it there. It's not on there because I want to add the wax. But that gives me 17 inches of my first ruffle, and I will add a Dear Julie Julie digital to it. You know, possibly could even just be a little postcard. Okay, so you know, if you've got the tiny postcards, you can just go ahead and add a little postcard to that, and that would count. And you know what, that's what I'm going to do, because then that one will be done. Let's be really careful with this. I'm going to go ahead and add, well, that's a lot of gobbledygook. So I have several of these up here, all different themes. I'm not really going to worry about which theme I pick. I am going to put that so that it's kind of under there. So I'm excited. I do get to come to, I did buy my ticket, so I get to come to the get together. So that is my first one. So for my second one, I'm going to go ahead and that will be, so both of these I'm going to have to sew. Okay. So, so let's do, so for this one, what I did was I had a piece of the burlap, and I went ahead and I took the wire out. Okay. So it is wired. I waited until I was ready to use it before I took it out, because if I use it for a DIY, I might want the wire in it. So I'm just going to wrap the wire up, and I've got it, going to put it up there. And I went ahead and I cut the edge out. Okay, so I just cut the edge just like this. Boom. Go on up. Okay, so I have this nice edge, and I put that on here. Okay, and I went ahead with a straight stitch and I stitched this on. But before I did that, I went up here in my tea bag stuff. Okay, these are from the packaging, and I'm going to grab, is that on this one? I gotta make sure. Yeah, so I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put some glue on this, because I don't want it to move. So I did these while we were, my prototypes, I did them while we were premiering. Okay, so there's that. And, oh, and the little edge of the tea bag. Okay, so we'll put that down first. Okay, so that gives me my three things. Okay, so my lace is my edge, and then I've got the tea bag, this, and the burlap, and stitching. Okay, so that's going to go on there, and so I will be stitching that on. Okay, and so I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like when it gets stitched. We'll go ahead and cut this and put it with the silly strings. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. And that's going to give me an edge. And you've got the paper backing, so you can go ahead and just glue this in onto your paper. It'll be paper to paper. And so that is my second one. Again, I will stitch that. I'm going to put it behind me. And that'll give me my full 17 inches. Now this one is interesting. So I did two things with this one. I'm gonna need one of the tea bags. You know what, let's find the bag because it has the darker tea bags. Okay, so we'll grab a tea bag. I broke it in half, okay, and I did the string again. And so it's got a little bit of the blue, it's got some of the green, and we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna find a piece or two that we can go ahead and go around and kind of make it into a bow like we did before. Okay, that's gonna just give us that look. Okay, go ahead and fluff it out. Okay, and add some glue onto this. I want more than that. And then this is going to go in a diamond shape. It'll go on top of the other thing that I'm going to do to this. Okay, so this will go on here. Remember, I'll need to add a Dear Julie Julie digital to this. And so for this, what I did was I started with a little bit of I kind of folded it, okay, and I didn't glue it, but I'm going to glue this one because otherwise it's going to be hard to explain. Okay, so go ahead and I'm going to grab my little clip here, clip. Okay, see my clip, and then what I did was I rolled it. Okay, so I rolled this. I rolled it like that. Okay, rolled it around and then flattened it. Okay, and then went over this with the sewing machine on the zigzag. Okay, so I had a thinner, the whole idea here was to get the inside thinner, but still be able to use the tissue. And that's what I'm using here, is I'm using some of the tissue. And so this is what I have. And I have that paper clipped on there right now because I don't know for sure where I want it to go. So, so that's going to get stitched on. And so we'll have tissue, stitching, messy thread, and the tea bag. And then we'll be able to add a Dear Julie Julie digital. Again, if I do the houses, I'm going to want to add the wax. And so that is, I'm going to put this one over so that so it's ready for me to stitch. But that is my 3 different ruffles. So I have, let's get things off the table here a little bit. Okay, we're starting our next set of messy thread. Okay, so I have the lace and with the burlap and the stitching and the tea bag and the outside of the tea bag. And so that'll come in and go on the edge of one of the pages. Okay, so you'll have this on the edge of the page. And then we'll have 2 of these, and they'll go on the edge of the page, and you'll have the lace and the tea bag. And remember, I've already used some tea bag here, so one of these will probably go in the front and one will probably go in the back. I've got them upside down. There we go. So I'm going to want the lace on the outside. And then we have this one. Oh, and I also added lace. I need to do that. So I had one of these pieces, and I cut it. It's the same size as the other one so that I already had it. And I just separated the lace from the burlap. So just going along and separating it. And that gave me the lace. And the cool thing about this lace, I've said it a few times, but in case this is your first time seeing it, it is from Dollar Tree. And you can use the lace just like this. You can use it cut in half right down the center. You can use it on the burlap. You can use the burlap. It just gives you so many ways of being able to use it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep this on the table here. Okay, so those two pieces need to be added to that one. And so this one will go inside, and you see it's got that extra piece of lace. And on one of them, the lace will be on the top, and on the other one will be on the bottom. So you see we're starting to get that beautiful edge look. I am going to separate this out. It is going to be at least two signatures, but for right now, this just makes it easier to keep it all together. Okay, and just so you know, I did go ahead and I have the second ruffle is ready for this journal. And I still might do the lace for this one. I just don't want to use it up and not have it for something else that I might want it for. So, yeah. So, so this is my March, the Dear Julie Julie March Make a Kit, Make a Journal, Junk Journal Challenge 24 journal. And the other one you just saw, that is my Dollar Tree journal for Paper Terrace. So again, I will have 2 of each of these, giving me at least 17 inches of each of the 3 different edges. And so we can mark that off my list here. And so ruffles, 3 different 17 inches each. Yay! I did make those. I made the kite with mystery. So what do we have left? Stack a sticker, tied belly band with mystery, clusters. We need to make 7, altered and hidden paper clips 3, yellowed edge book page pocket with tag, your glassine or plastic pocket with insert. So yeah, so we'll see how much I can get done. I'm going to make videos like crazy today because in April, I will be gone for basically like 10 days. And so I probably need to have 12 days worth of videos. So I think what I'll probably do is come up, well, I know what I'm doing for April, for the April challenge. So I'll do my April challenge, and I'll do the first 13 videos of that and have that ready. So our Friday freebie fun day, I believe we'll be doing that live. That will be on the the first Friday in April. We'll be doing the Friday freebie fun day. We'll be live at the gathering. And we may be live several other times. So you want to make sure that you have the notifications on. And you might do that now. Make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications on for when we go live. And you just never know where we might be, what we might be doing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I have some ideas. I get to take a suitcase with me, which is different than the first time I was looking at the plain stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna not even be able to take like a whole suitcase. But I do get to take one. So I'm trying to decide what to take and what to ship possibly and have there for when I get there. But I'm really excited and I cannot wait. And so, yeah, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I know you have a million other places you could be, and I really appreciate that you chose to spend some time here with me and with our community. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, tomorrow is our Friday freebie fun day party at 10:30. It will be live. And we have prizes. You do need to be present to win the prizes that are during the event, but you do not need to be present to win the prizes from the Do the Thing. So remember, that is for commenting on any Dear Julie video that you watch. I see some of you are watching the Beginner's Junk Journal series. Yeah, so make sure you're commenting on all those and ask questions. Be more than happy to help you. So again, the Beginner Junk Journal series, we did that when we were sent home to be safer at home. And we had videos Monday through Friday. We also had our regular challenge videos in the morning at 10:30. But they are 6 journals, 6 different types of journals, start to done, starting with a simple single journal that we actually even offer the free digital kit in the crafty community, the Facebook group, Dear Julie Crafty Community Facebook group. You can find that in the files section, so you can totally follow along and make that journal. That was why that was made. And so, yeah, don't forget to get your freebie, and that you can find at buymeacoffee.com/DearJulieJulie. You'll find it in the Patreon, in the free section of the patreon.com/DearJulieJulie. I do put extra things there too, so you might want to check that out. And also in the file section of the Dear Julie Crafty Community. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Live. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.